Good guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians, sinners and saints, masters and minions. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me. Winners and losers, the weak and the strong ones, the young and the old, the right and the wrong ones. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me. And you call it
I clicked the wrong video, so the intro is...
Where the fuck that up?
No, it's all right. We could do it again if you wanted to. No.
I like my name being said on the intro.
Oh well, I'll see if I can add it back in. I know I can. Whether I do it or not, it's a different story. Welcome back to Fence Post Politics, everybody. Been a couple weeks. Like I said, the gayness ran rampant there for a while, and 3 of the 4 co-hosts came down with it. I held strong, held down the fort for you. The gayness did not permeate my barrier, unlike
I was in
these
fantasy
guys.
camp, you son of a bitch. What was Tim doing? Tim, why didn't you come on, Tim?
Being gay.
Okay, there you go. So 2 out of 3, you schmuck.
Who was the dude that almost beat the senator to death on the Senate floor back in the Civil War days? It was like I know he was from South Carolina, and
I know there was something like that. They also used to duel all the time.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson had a whole bunch of duels under his belt. And actually, eventually
that
it
should
killed
still
him.
be legal.
Yeah, it eventually killed him, but I mean, it was delayed killing by duel. But we almost had a duel of fisticuffs on. I don't think we almost did. I mean, there was a lot of talk, but I don't think it would have actually went down. But God, I would have put money on it. I would have put money on it if it actually went down.
Apparently the guy. Oh, go ahead.
It would have been entertaining to see that dude just beat the shit out of a union boss, though.
you guys all know who Herb Dean is, the UFC referee, big black dude with the dreads.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine Bernie Sanders playing Herb Dean in that? I would totally bitch about a early stoppage from Bernie Sanders. I would totally bitch about that.
I would have paid for Bernie Sanders to be the announcer and just go, "It's time."
Oh, it would have taken 30 minutes. He would have had to catch his breath about 6 times for 2 words.
Hey Rob, you know what I hate the most about Bernie Sanders? You like him. That's what I hate.
Who has the weakest Bruce Buffer impression? Mitch McConnell, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, or Dianne Feinstein? Rest in peace.
Who the fuck is Barry Nazareth?
Mitch McConnell would just get
time
like,
guy.
He'd see a shiny thing and start staring at it. And
Just the ring girl would walk by and he'd glitch out. I don't know what the Senate hearing was about, but Oklahoma.
It was about corporate greed.
I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself. And my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be 2 consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Hold on. No,
You-
stop it.
You stand.
No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Okay.
Sit down.
Acting.
Sit down.
Hold it. If we can't, no, I have the.
Oh, my God.
This is hold it. Said you'll have your time. Okay.
Oh, Dad's gonna scold us.
Okay, just to show that I'm not a complete hack and I'm not a total Bernie Sanders hater. His gavel game was way better than the interim guy that the Republicans had with the stupid bow tie.
Yeah.
Was he like?
He was like trying to break the gavel, and then he looked like he looked like a little toddler with a fucking bow tie.
It would have been hilarious if they put one of the toddler ones in there that like squeaks every time you hit.
Was it like Steve Martin where he couldn't like catch the beat in The Jerk? Was he just having a hard? He had no consistency going on.
Well, he
Fucking
did like
amateur.
he did a whole face and everything. Like, yeah, and yeah, just it looked dumb.
Did he
But
grunt a little bit?
Kinda.
He thought it was gonna like land a lot better than it did.
Yeah, we'll find it here after a minute. But I gotta say, Bernie had pretty decent gavel game right there.
This is hold it. Said you'll have your time. Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh no, you can't.
No, you
This
can't.
is a hearing.
Okay, well,
State Senator. Sit
Active.
down. Oh, okay. Sit down, please. All right. Hold it. If we
Get
can't,
it.
no,
there you go. Good job, Bernie.
Hold it.
Being the adult in the room. All right, so
Surprised he didn't
what
say
are we
cool
looking?
your jets.
Cool your jets.
Okay, hold on a minute. You cool your jets.
You're acting like the millionaires and billionaires up in here.
These guys are going to be the pre-card to Elon versus Zuck.
When is that? I thought that was supposed to be. What happened to that?
I don't know.
I thought it was called off.
Didn't
Elon
Zuck
was
blow
on
a hammy
Rogan
now?
talking shit, saying that Zuck was ducking him.
Of course.
That I will not pay money to watch that. Fuck that. I'll find a pirated stream if anything. Most likely, I'll watch the highlights on Twitter afterwards. I'm not. No, fuck that. They get enough of my money already.
Elon was also saying he isn't going to train for it. He just wants to go out there and beat his ass.
He's kind of a giant, isn't he?
Yeah, Elon's got him by like 1.5 feet, I think.
All right, I found our gavel chucker.
Oh, here we go.
Over here.
Damn.
Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Didn't even make a sound.
Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair. Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call
I
of the chair.
guarantee you he's done one of those Obama photos where he's planting a tree. He's got the shovel, and doing the photo ops.
Oh yeah.
I know they all do that, but the Obama one is what's stuck in my head, so that's why I say the Obama picture. They all do it, but I guarantee you he's had a dainty little shovel for a picture or for a photo op at some point.
Someone replaced the actual wood that he hits with a pillow.
A Mike Lindell pillow.
Yeah, I think we should
Not be
just give him,
pillows.
like,
Not be pillows.
we should give him one of those like play school hammers though. The squeaky hammer would be. I mean, it would be more fitting for the people in charge.
If Matt Gaetz hasn't done that yet to him, I've lost.
He
all
doesn't
respect
have
for
hair
Matt.
on his beanbag.
All right, so let's talk about that. So the House just passed 2 continuing resolutions that were essentially the same as the previous continuing resolution, which they threw out McCarthy for.
Yeah.
That's
That sounds exactly right.
Yeah, it's it's a glorious shitstorm in there. Like it's just like utter incompetence.
They would rather be fighting each other in a committee floor,
Yeah,
They must fucking hate McCarthy. They must fucking hate him.
I mean, I kind of hate McCarthy too, but it's mostly just his face. Like mostly just his face.
I don't know if there's any video of it yet, but have you heard about some other congressman thinks that McCarthy ran into him really hard in the
Yeah, he used his elbow.
tried to get in a fight.
How fucking hard? Like what a
And
puss.
Matt
You
Matt
fucking
Gates out
pussy.
of everybody sent him to ethics.
Yeah, I saw that they filed an ethics,
too, you bitch.
which fucking file ethics complaints on all of them. But yeah, also don't be a bitch. Come on.
Right.
What a puss.
That's like the dude suing Don Lemon for sexual harassment. You're a dude. Fuck, nut up, man. Like,
Back up.
yeah.
He chose flight. He chose
I
flight.
it came down to fight or flight, and I chose flight.
He chose flight.
From
So
a dainty
quickly,
little
I
gay
chose
dude.
flight.
Side note: Don Lemon doesn't like lemon drop shots. So if you see him, don't try
Yeah.
to buy him because he'll
If
try
you
to
do,
grab your dick.
Well, he grabs his dick and then rubs his fingers under your nose.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, by the way, like Don Lemon just fucking straight alpha'd that dude as a dainty little gay man. He just like he went and fucking set his nuts on that dude's chin, and
Smelled my dick.
the dude chose flight. He chose
He
flight.
chose flight.
That's a direct quote, by the way.
Direct quote.
From the dude that was filing the lawsuit. I don't know whatever happened to that, but I mean, goddamn, man, there's some things that don't have a price, and some shred of male dignity there tells you like you just chalk that up to a loss, man. You don't call attention to it.
Wasn't the proper response to that going inside the pants, getting some of that stank from the day, then doing the exact same thing to him? That,
I mean,
that would have been, I could respect that.
Because I mean, you're probably not going to out gay him. So
Here's some famunda.
You're gonna
Like-
lose that gay chicken.
yeah, so you're gonna have to out gross, I think. 'Cause,
Yes, that's key.
you're going up against a bona fide gay dude. You're not gonna win the gay chicken. So you got to go with the gross chicken.
Yep.
Yeah, I think strategery here, folks. Strategery.
He should have stuck his finger in his ass. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, at least that's a diversion. It's a diversion.
Ugh, fucking
Pocket
dumb.
sand, pocket finger in the butt. One of those.
Mhm.
One of those moves. What else we got going on is Gaza like completely a parking lot yet, or there's still a few
Getting there.
buildings standing?
It is
They're
getting
leaving a
there.
couple hospitals.
Yeah. They went into the hospital today,
Oh, did they?
and I guess so. How far behind us are they time wise? They're what, like
They're ahead
7,
of
8?
us.
I mean, yeah, we're behind. We're like
They're probably like 12 hours.
East Coast is like
8
8 hours behind or some
10
shit
hours.
like that.
I think they're like 10 hours ahead of us.
At least an
Yeah.
hour.
So anyway, this morning I saw that they had like made an assault on or raid on the hospital itself. So I'm sure that went well.
Israel is doing nothing but stepping on like eggshells for the entire world right now. This is like the lamest war.
Well, I mean, if you call carpet bombing stepping on
Well, there's
eggshells,
that.
it's
But they also warned everybody like, hey, we're
No,
coming.
it's-
We're gonna blow your building up.
Dude, we
It is-
warned the Japanese after we freaking took out
After the first
Hiroshima
bomb, we got
and
another one.
Nagasaki. Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
yeah,
Dropped the first one and said, hey, we got
Dresden,
another
yeah,
one.
like
Ready?
Dresden.
I say that the thing is, I hate how like it doesn't matter what war it is, like the rest of the world postures up like they're above the fray, and we're like, dude, we took out like 300,000 people with 2 bombs,
Yeah.
almost all of them civilians, almost all of them.
Europe, where do you think we learned it from?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, like the Europe treated the Jews so shitty that they decided to go back to another place where people hated them and try again. That's how shitty Europe treated the Jews. Yeah, it was What a shit show. It's so bad that Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro are fighting now. Did you hear that?
No.
Dang.
I didn't hear
Oh,
about that
wow.
one.
That
Yeah, I
escalated
mean,
quickly.
Yeah. There was.
What are
let
they
me see if I
fighting
can
about?
find- Candace Owens doesn't think we should give a bunch of money to Israel, and then of course,
Does she
not
think
sure
we
I
should
think
give
Big
it
Ben
to
will
Ukraine?
probably disagree on that one, I guess.
a little bit. Ben, I don't know
Little
if
bit.
people are aware. Ben Shapiro really likes him some Israel.
What?
Like a
He is a
lot.
chosen one.
He is one of the tribe. So somebody, I don't know exactly what Candace Owens says, but here's the.
Yes, the question is about Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this is inappropriate. Without a doubt, I think
It's a slick suit.
That was
Ben.
awful. I think is that a wedding speech?
Something like that.
The worst best man toast ever.
Yeah, it's like
It's
I thought
it's
it
for
was
a
supposed
Jewish
to be kind
wedding.
of funny. Are the
So
Jews
anyway, back
are
to
the
Barbara.
Jews and the Catholics kind of the same way, where you just like everything's about the suffering? Like you don't focus on anything but the suffering and how you're wrong part. Just like remember suffering.
has been ridiculous.
It's all
Her
about
level of sophistication. It's ridiculous. Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying, and I find them disrespectful.
Huh.
Ben
It's
Shapiro.
comedy
He talks
that
too fast.
sustained us as a people for 3,000 years. 5,000. But who's counting?
All right, so
No Seinfeld
The-
reference? No?
yeah, I got
Fucking
you.
idiots.
That was Rob saying he talks too fast.
Yeah, for me, he talks too fast.
Rob sounds like a Ben Shapiro show, but it's just like in slow motion.
Yeah, Rob sounds like Ben Shapiro that took a little bit of indica. Slowed him down
Yeah.
More like cocaine.
So Candace Owens said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteous sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil things against you falsely for my sake. No one can serve two masters. Either you hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both.
Why'd
God
she have to
and
throw
money
money in there?
I'm not.
Anti-Semite?
Probably because of the Jew angle, I would guess. I don't know. Like blacks and Jews typically don't get along.
No, they don't like each
historically,
other.
So,
The more
and
you
Ben
know.
says, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means, quit.
So, Matt, after this story, you got to look up the lady who ran her car into the
Oh God.
All right.
after this.
Okay. And
It's so
Candace
deliciously
Owens,
You
ironic.
have to see the Saturday Night Live joke on it too. It's so good.
Candace Owens replied to him. I love how this is all just on Twitter too. It's just a bunch of high school girls fighting on
Couldn't they
social media.
text this to each other?
Right. It could have been a board meeting at the Daily Wire, you know, where it kind of belongs. You know, she said, "You have been acting unprofessional and emotionally unhinged for weeks now.
Go
and
count
we've
your
all-
gold."
And we
Is
have
that what
all
she
had to
said?
sit back and allow it, and have
Well,
also to exercise exceeding understanding for your raw emotion. But you cross a certain line, blah, when you come for scripture and read yourself into it, I will not tolerate." So, Candace Owens is she's an expert on scripture now. So,
Because she hangs out with Charlie Kirk all day.
well, Charlie Kirk has enough room for the entire Bible in that forehead. Or is he the one with the tiny head? He's got the tiny head with the huge body, right?
Yeah.
Another
Or
fat
maybe
guy
it's
with a tiny head.
Maybe it's his face is too small for his head. I don't know. Let's get down to this. Let's see. Let's critique Charlie Kirk's. What is wrong with Charlie Kirk?
What? Oh wow!
Just
That's an
appearance.
entire
That's gonna be a long episode.
I like that he sits on
Appearance
campus
only.
with an ice hat on.
Oh yeah, he's got too small of a face for his head. That's what it is.
Yeah, his face is like into his chin.
Yeah, and he's got not much of a chin.
Oh, you're
Like
man. He's cool.
It's like his face is slowly melting into his chin.
Yeah.
He looks like a character off of Grease.
John
Kinda
Travolta.
does.
What's he have to say about Tay-Tay?
I don't know. Occupy Democrats, you know it's going to be good. Charlie Kirk throws huge hissy fit over Taylor Swift, accusing her of being responsible for Democrats' election victories this week. It couldn't be because the Republicans are terrible that they lose all
They
these.
just suck at their job so much.
Here we go.
Jewish Democrats or Jews in general are going to have to make a decision. Until you crush the cultural Marxist lens of which they view the world, you will never actually be able.
His face does not fit his head.
His
His
hairstyle
forehead's
needs
way
to-
too big.
They just need to shave that hair off, and we'll see a nice bald head. I think it'll be more
I mean,
symmetrical.
I bet
He's
it's a
got-
rug.
He's got a forehead on par with Peyton Manning, but for some
Yeah.
reason it works with Peyton Manning's face. Like this guy's face is just like shrunk in. It's like bad Photoshop. Like they kept his head the same size and then shrunk his face.
His eyes start like where his nose should be. Like it's
With
too
a build
far
support
down
for
on his
Israel.
head.
Yeah. He's not an attractive man.
He has a dime of a wife though.
He does have
Who's
that.
his wife?
I don't know her name, but she's
We get a photo.
yeah.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Is that his wife? Oh man.
That might be.
Zoom in.
No, that's not. Oh wait, go back.
Is that her?
No, go back.
Dang.
That's
All right. Let's see.
don't you have
okay.
Google where you live? Just yeah.
I was already on Twitter. You want Googled him? You
Yeah,
want
Google
Google's
Charlie
better.
Kirk's wife. It'll be so much faster.
You have a computer, Tim. Pull it up on yours.
That boomer doesn't know the fucking how to
That's
operate that
That's
shit.
a
true.
lot of work.
Yeah, she's
I
pretty
can't believe
hot.
that fuckhead went to Prospect Heights or lived in Prospect Heights.
Well, his head looks normal there a little bit, anyways. Not.
Erica France v. Miss Arizona 2012. She is pretty hot.
Good for him.
How much do you think she had to pay Trump to win it? Was that his contest or is that a different one? I never knew.
He
which
was
one
Miss
which.
Universe, right? I don't think it's. I don't know if that's the same.
Oh, I don't know. Are those still a thing? Yeah, I guess they are because they're letting trannies win them now. The Miss Nevada was a dude.
That's your
No joke.
state, Matt.
Yeah, I know. I'm real proud of that one. Real proud of that one.
Honestly, not that surprising. You know.
No, it's not. I mean,
That's very proud of his son.
because men just dominate at everything, including being women.
You know
We're
what?
just better. We're just
we-
better.
Gorgeous,
We're-
gorgeous man, women.
We were always trying to take stuff from women, and now they're even
We
enough.
did
They're
it.
taking stuff
We-
from us now.
We fucking did it. Nikki Haley, they still keep giving her media coverage like she actually has a chance to win anything, but she was
Time now to hear the voters' voices. And with us today.
was she big on like censoring conservatives? Because it seems like that'd be one of her talking points prior
Did
to
you
this.
see? Oh,
We're going to start on the far left here, and we'll start on the bottom today. We're going to go with Orna, and welcome. She's from New Jersey, and says she is a Republican. And I know your top issues are the economy,
Pause.
Nancy's titties.
Which of those girls is Orna Williams?
Present a free mark.
I don't think any of them are Oral Williams.
Orna. That's what she said her name was.
Oral
Williams. I'm gonna go with the black lady.
Among other things today. In fact, we'll talk about that march as well. Kimberly is with us as well.
That's definitely the blonde.
A progressive, a Democrat, she says. And the economy is important to you, too. I mean, these are things that bring everybody together. Democracy and gun violence. And then Tim is here from New York. He is a Republican.
Let me find that actual quote. But here we go. That's anti-Semitism. Yeah. National security threat for anonymous.
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their...
Why am I pushing what I'm pushing?
Yeah.
They're looking, she's looking for social media verification of each person?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to have a dick pic with every person too.
I wonder if she's
lot of dick pics.
I wonder if she's ever referenced the Federalist Papers ever, which were written anonymously. You know?
That's first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots. And then
Russia, Iran, China. You gotta rebuild that axis of evil, baby. We gotta have an axis of evil to go to war against.
Just a little further east.
Yeah. Yeah, so everybody's got to be verified under a Nikki Haley administration, which will never happen. So
pass.
They still act like she's gonna just unite the Republican Party, and
that statement's a real turnoff, huh?
Yeah. Are we still in agreement? She gives a very unenthusiastic HJ.
100%. She wears gloves. She wears gloves.
She's just like,
Yeah. Could you finish already?
I'm not going to do this if you won't focus.
She's she's got a very Indian name too. It's like Nimarata or something. Like it's very, very Indian.
Her name's Nikki Haley.
Yeah, that's
her American English name, man. Not her Elizabeth Warren name.
There's at least 3 billion Nikki Haleys in India right now.
In Calcutta.
Yeah.
All right. So Wikipedia. She is Nimarata Nikki Haley, or used to be Nimarata Randhawa. So suck on that, Tim. But she does not gonna work here anymore. Not gonna be president here anyway. So she tries really hard not to mention ever that she's Indian. She wants everybody to think she's a white. She's
just like Matt.
Did you guys watch any of the last debate? You didn't miss much.
Nah, dog.
I didn't watch it, but I saw some of the highlights.
I saw.
It was like we need
Ramaswamy with scorched earth.
Yeah, Ramaswamy had a pretty good night. He was entertaining, but the rest of them is like, we need to bomb Iran, and they're like, fuck you, I'm going to bomb Iran even bigger, and then I'm going to bomb China.
Then I'm going to piss on the ashes.
Yeah. I'm going to tell Netanyahu, fuck them to death. Fuck them to death. And then somewhere in the background, Lindsey Graham just goes, I just came.
Oh, Lindsey Bugs a tangling.
Oh, yeah, it's that whole debate process is just bizarre because you're like, the one guy that makes any difference on is not on the stage. Like none of these clowns have a chance.
What's the poll lead right now? Isn't Trump up like 54%?
He's at like 56 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh fuck, yeah. We're doing this again. We're fucking doing this again.
And he's polling better.
He's got to beat Biden. Then it's gonna be a fun time.
Well, I don't know. RFK is also polling at like 20 in the swing states. He was polling an average of like 24%. So
you mean the dude still gonna run?
Yeah, he's running as an independent.
He's gonna fuck Biden in the ass.
You mean the dude who takes off his socks and shoes on a fucking airplane to go piss? That fucking guy? Can't trust the guy that does that shit.
That's gross. That's gross.
Wait, really?
Yes, there was somebody on a plane and took a picture and he had his fucking shoes and socks off and he went back to the plane, pissed, and then came back. That's some hippie shit. I can't fucking handle it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
that's
fuck
that guy.
That's concerning, but he is polling at 24% in the swing states. No, I think I might throw a vote towards Ramaswamy in the primary since RFK's. I was gonna vote RFK on the Democrat primary, but since he's independent, I'll throw a vote at Ramaswamy.
Ramaswamy.
It don't matter. It's gonna be a clown show.
This is gonna be
Trump
so ugly.
loses, what's the excuse this time? Is it servers in Venezuela?
Ooh.
Is it mules? Is it actual mules like the animal and not like drug mules?
Zelensky. It's Zelensky.
Oh, I mean that shifty little fucker. You never know. I
like how he just said, "Oh yeah, we're not having elections."
Well, not unless we pay for them. We have to pay for them, and then they can have elections. Because Ukraine, beacon of democracy in Europe. Beacon of democracy. Yeah, Netanyahu said, "Sit down, little man. We don't need you over here."
This cute little green army jumpsuit.
Yeah,
must have got that from Halloween.
Like Netanyahu, I'm not a fan of the guy, but no doubt that's a hard man. He's seen some combat. And Zelensky's uniform's never been dirty that I've seen. He always wears a military uniform, but I've never seen any dirt on that sucker.
Someone hand him an AK-47 and say, "Shoot this once." Just put one round.
Well, there's a video of him with like an AT-4, anti-tank missile, but he's doing like a rap video with it. So
he's the Nick Mulvaney of Ukraine.
Let me see if I can find that. It's rather funny. Yeah. It's not looking good for Ukraine. Israel really kind of stole their spotlight.
They just crossed the river. Apparently,
did they?
Who did?
Ukrainians did. They're on their way to Crimea.
Really?
And I was like, oh, but yeah, it was Fox, BBC, everybody's reporting. Even I think I saw Al Jazeera. So I was like, oh, this might be right.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's something. It's more than what they had been doing. So I guess
that is something.
I think it was Wall Street Journal that reported like the average age of their frontline soldier right now is like 43.
Oh,
Jesus. Older and older dudes. Like they ran out of the younger generation. It's fucking terrible.
That would be here because our younger generation is just so worthless. It's like, well, let's go, 45-year-olds, get your ass in there.
I know. That's what I kind of struggle with that because I'm just like, probably a good war would draw America out of the funk. Good old war that everybody can rally behind. But boy, we are not ready for that. And if it resorts to a draft, we're gonna have a bunch of mentally ill freaks into the front line, and it's going to be a bloodbath.
All I'm picturing is that guy who set the booby trap with the spa, like the Indiana Jones spa, just getting drafted. He sets up booby traps like that shit.
I think I found, I found the clip of Zelensky. Oh, that's dancing in heels too. There's also a video of him playing the piano with his dick, if I remember right.
Correct, he is.
Who hasn't filmed themselves doing that?
I mean, I'm kind of sad that I haven't, honestly.
Live in the now. It's Beethoven every day at this house.
I think this is the. Oh boy.
Wasn't he a comedian or some shit?
Yeah.
He's like on their version of like Saturday Night Live.
Two wild and crazy guys.
I wonder how good that show was. I bet it sucked. No, let me see if I can find that. But there, yeah, he was filming like a propaganda video with an AT4, and it looked kind of like a rap video. It was, I mean, I gotta say, like, they're pretty solid on the propaganda game. I mean, the Russians were always pretty good on that too. So they learned from one of the best in propaganda.
Paris Hilton.
Is she good at propaganda?
Matt Damon.
I mean,
Matt Damon.
She's good at marketing because she sold the fuck out of a really shitty porn.
I was greatly disappointed at that thing.
Talk about an unenthusiastic blowjob. Holy shit.
No wonder she went nowhere. Can't do a good blowjob, you ain't going nowhere, honey.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Kardashian, was that one any good? I know I've seen it. I can't remember. If
you couldn't see anything.
What was the best celebrity sex tape that's come out?
The
Wild Things.
Pamela Anderson, right? Pamela Anderson on the boat was okay.
The 16 and pregnant chick, or the teen chick, she did
that
anal.
chick.
She did anal.
She was freaking
Hold on.
She got bored out, dude.
I need some honesty on this question, Matt and Rob. Rob and Matt. Rob specifically. Have you looked up Marjorie Taylor Greene parody porn and vice versa?
No, I want to.
Have you looked up any like White House secretary or like Jen Psaki porn parody?
No politicians, but
no.
Now
I was looking for that whatever the actual porn chick that was the teacher. All right, but that's the only thing I tried to find. Right?
And after we're done with the show, ladies and gentlemen, we know what Rob and Matt are doing.
Wait, why was that question just for them, not me?
Do you like some like weird looking chick?
Do Rob and Matt?
Don't be ashamed.
I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene might do dick push-ups on her breaks.
She might. She's probably got good form with him too, if we're being honest. She's CrossFitter, you know.
She gets full extension.
Full extension. I mean, like she's doing like Olympic lifting style dick push-ups.
First trans athlete.
I can't find that video. They must have got scrubbed from the internet. There was, I swear that was yeah, he was holding like a rocket launcher and dancing to a rap video. But hey,
I don't believe you.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's trending. What for? Do you know? Anybody know?
I think it was some kind of anti-trans deal.
Oh, I bet that's good. Let's see.
Cock-ups.
Who is this lady?
That demean the individuals who hold these positions.
She looks stable.
Wait, pause. Is she Democrat or Republican?
Oh.
What do you think?
She's the lady in those memes that says that the United States is slowly turning into Gotham City. I think she's one of them.
It might be Elton John.
That looks like Woody Allen with a wig.
I feel like if you walk into a party and you see her, you don't only just avoid her, you just know what she's going to say all the time.
Yeah, where's the soy at?
She's angry about something all the time.
Making petty and vindictive, introducing petty and vindictive amendments that demean the individuals who hold these positions and, once again, demean the dignity, the stature of the United States House of Representatives.
The dignity.
I urge my colleagues to vote no.
Then there's Matt
on this vindictive amendment. And I
got
back.
The gentlelady's time has expired, and gentlewoman from Georgia is now recognized.
Thank you, Mrs. Chair. My Democrat colleague across the aisle, who's 80 years old and has been here over 30 years, just said we're on the verge of a shutdown. She probably just forgot that a few hours ago she voted for the continuing resolution that will extend the budget, and we are not on the verge of a shutdown. So I just wanted to note that for the record. I also urge my colleagues to vote for my amendment. We should pass this Holman rule. We need to protect our kids. No males belong in women's sports and schools, and parents are not terrorists and never should be recommended that way.
Gentlelady's time has expired.
Thank you.
That was kind of disappointing.
That's what she's getting hammered on?
I guess so. Yeah, that was 12 hours ago. Oh, she's got signs again.
Occupied breaking.
Is it? It's a Hunter Biden's dick.
You have Mr. Ray.
I hope so.
That was my
You
favorite.
remember on October
show and
18th
tell.
when the Capitol complex was illegally occupied, breaking
I
same
mean,
laws.
I bet it's pretty fun being her staffer, getting to make all this and shit.
It's Tequila Monday.
Down Americans for from January 6th. Are you familiar with this?
I don't recognize the picture that you're holding.
Well, because maybe your agents haven't been doing a good job into investigating the organizers that broke the law, illegally occupied this very.
Christopher Ray's like, I don't know what the fuck you're holding, man. And
Could somebody shut her up?
I don't believe that dude for 1 minute, except for that, because I'm like, I also don't know what you're holding up either, lady.
Where's the
It looks like
dick
two
pics,
phones.
ma'am?
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's a nice picture, but I can't read a goddamn
building
thing.
that we're sitting in
Except
right
for
now,
the-
and
It's
over
also a picture
300
of
of
someone
them
taking a
were
picture of
arrested.
it.
Yeah.
And why is that guy's iPhone right in the way?
I would say it's it looks AI generated, except the spelling's correct. So that
Sometimes I can get it right.
not very often. I spent a lot of time on ChatGPT the other day trying to design a logo, and they could not spell to get. I mean, at all. Like I don't know that it's pretty intriguing some of the shit that thing can do, but how can they not spell? They have literally all of human knowledge that has ever existed to comb through, and they still can't spell.
They only uploaded half the alphabet.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
They only uploaded the non-offensive half.
Did some of them attack police officers? I haven't seen on the news where the FBI is hunting them down with helicopters.
So speaking of words, so my boy's starting to read, and like he's doing well, but he starts to stumble, and I just so want to yell, "Today, I stop myself, but
I already done it to Lexi and Rose. It's not a big deal.
Good job, Rob.
It's because Katie would never stop hitting you.
She's not always around.
He leaves sometimes.
Mommy's gonna go get a pack of cigarettes and then never comes back.
So my buddy Jeremiah Wilbur, he's the dude, former special forces guy, and I bought one of his shirts, and it's and just like an animated picture of him, and it says "Don't be a puto." And I was wearing that one day. I was actually getting ready to come out to the studio and record, and my son walks by me, was to my wife, Mommy, what's a puto?
How did she respond?
She goes, yeah, Daddy, what is a puto? You're being a puto right now. I didn't say that.
It's you right now.
I didn't say it aloud. That's not a
thought it hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend saying that out loud to your ladies. I wouldn't recommend it. It goes over about as well as telling them to calm down, which is effective 100% of the time.
Works every
time. It changes the conversation quickly.
60% of the time it works every time.
It is effective. Not towards what you're trying to accomplish unless you're just trying to piss them off. And then, then you nailed it. But
and then if you want them to get talking again, you just tell them that you think they're being dramatic. That
or
works
that they're acting like their mother.
Ooh, yeah.
God.
Oh, man, for it if you do
that's a deep cut. Like that, yeah. You save that. That's like the prairie fire alarm. Like you pull this when only it's the last resort. When you have no options left, you pull you're acting like your mother card.
And you're ready to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, you're ready to head for the hills.
It's the wife version of calling her a cocksucker. That's the wife version of that.
You are 1861 Mormons. You are burning everything to the ground and headed to the hills. You leave nothing behind for the U.S. Army to use. That's what you are doing.
Yeah, because it's based off of principle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know why? Because fuck them. That's why. that was. I'm pretty sure that might have been one of Brigham Young's prophecies. Because fuck them. That's why.
That's the first line of the Book of Mormon.
Well,
let me just say that's what that freaking magic underwear really said. Okay.
Yeah, it says fuck them. That's why. Some of those bishops took it a little too literally. Multiple times with multiple, wives and whatnot. A lot of wives in the Mormon religion. A lot of wives.
So would you say a lot of kids too?
Would you say the Mormon motto is "fuck them to death"? South Park stole it from the Mormons.
Well, the Mormons were more about fucking them to life. They put a lot of new life into the world.
They did crank a lot out.
Yeah, they were fairly, outside of a few isolated incidents, they were fairly okay with the Indians. They just really hated the U.S. government a lot.
Soaking the shit out of them.
Yeah. When they moved to Utah, they moved there because it wasn't the United States. And then we went to war with Mexico and won. They're like, fuck, in the U.S. Yeah, wild bunch, those Mormons. Fascinating, though.
Matt, look up the story about the lady who drove a car into a Jewish center.
Oh, okay.
It's not what you think.
It isn't.
Lady,
this is a wild.
Is it that giant Borat thing that they in the the parade? Dang it!
The irony is so delicious. It's delicious.
Purposely crashed and okay.
Yeah. Oh, get ready to what it actually was.
I'm gonna pop it up here. No, that's not.
I don't think that's it.
That was not.
Let me see if I can find it.
The words.
You lied to me. Okay, we'll see about this one. Maybe.
And our thanks to Ian Panel for that incredible access there. We'll continue to follow, of course, all his reporting. Also, the Rafah crossing is now reopening to evacuate foreign passengers. Speaking with leaders of Arab countries and aid allow. So the Biden administration, as you know, has called for this pause and.
Where's the video? I can't. Did you find it, Aaron?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Well, I'll work it on here in the background too. But I'm intrigued. It sounds like a fun one. The way you were laughing, was it horrible or was it fun?
It's ironic.
It's so ironic. Gosh dang it! Okay. Where is it?
Was it a deep fake?
Okay, well, I'll just tell you. I can't.
Was this in Indiana?
So apparently,
Times of Israel. I think I found it.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I found it.
The group she actually ran into was just delicious.
Okay. Well, was
I'm reading the story.
I couldn't find the video, but all right. So IMPD.
I found it.
You found the video?
Well, no, but I found the article.
Okay, well, I got the article too. So, Indianapolis Metro police officers arrested a woman who they labeled a terrorist after she drove her car into a building she thought was a Jewish school. However, the building is used by the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, which had been labeled as a anti-Semitic hate group. Ruba Almagethes.
Not gonna work.
Was arrested.
That's who we're dealing with. All right.
On a preliminary charge of criminal recklessness. Officer said Almagueth backed her car into the building while several adults and children were inside. She told officers she was watching news coverage of the Israel-Hamas war on television and decided to plan an attack on the building because she was offended by the Hebrew Israelite symbol on the front of the building.
That's another thing. Why do they call it the Israelite symbol and not like the Star of David? Why do they make that?
I don't know.
Because it's the Star of David, correct? That's the name of that symbol, right?
What's your question? Like, why do they call it the Star? Like, why do they use the Star of David?
No. Why do they refer to the Star of David as a Jewish symbol? Like, I would never say.
I mean, it's this flag of Israel, so that's where, like,
that's kind of
the kind of. It's like thinking of the Stars and Stripes as America. You know, Israel is Star of David. Jews.
Yeah, but didn't they make them wear those stars in the Holocaust too, though?
No, that was a yellow freaking thing to mock the Star of David. But yeah, I mean, I guess the same concept was just to identify them.
Right. So it's been, but I guess the Zionist movement started in like the 1890s or some shit like that. So
I mean, you could trace that back 1,000 years from the whole Zionist idea. But
yeah. So, I mean, but is it like, are they just trying to relate it to the Zionist movement or Jews as a whole? Because, I mean, I know some people draw a distinction. I don't know if there is really a distinction. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, she told the officer she was watching news coverage of the Israel-Hamas war on television and decided to plan an attack on the building because she was offended by the Hebrew Israelite symbol on the front of the building. Police said Almagueth passed by the building a couple of times and called it the Israel School. She made reference to her people back in Palestine and told officers, yes, I did it on purpose. However, the Anti-Defamation League defines the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge as an extreme and anti-Semitic sect of the Black Hebrew Israelites. All right, so
those guys hate Jews.
But because they think they are the Jews. It's what a wild time to be alive. God bless.
You can't fucking write this shit. You can't.
No, you really can't. Man. In case you were
says
wondering,
Israel, so boom.
There are idiot Palestinians too. So they're not just Americans. They come in all shapes and flavors. So yeah, that's I mean, at least she backed in, you know, so she didn't sustain a whole lot of damage to her face and whatnot. But so is that considered a hate crime because she attacked a bunch of black people
who agreed with
on all levels? It's a hate crime. All right.
Right.
I mean, you got. They went after a bunch of black people. She thought they were Jews. Like you're screwed.
She's
right?
She's confused. She is a
so
she's an
wait,
angry woman.
What race gets charged in the race crime? Is it the
Whites.
Jew?
Always
it's the
whites.
No,
Always
but
the whites.
Is it a crime against
ipso facto white supremacy?
Is it a crime against the black people at the center, or is it a crime against the Jews because that was your original target? Where's
I think both.
Yeah, both. So you get a double whammy.
Yep.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah. It's a hate crime. All right.
It's I think that's safe to say it is a hate crime.
Whatever. Wash your hands.
She didn't. I mean, I wonder how much damage she did. But apparently not much. If they only did with reckless, what they call it, criminal recklessness. I mean, she must
just
not
arrested her. I don't know if she did do any damage to it.
Yeah. According to the report,
crashed her car, but
Alma Geth was interviewed by detectives and admitted to committing the hate crime during her courtesy phone call with her family member. Huh.
That's a big huh.
How about that? And then
Sights and wonders.
Wasn't there an old dude that stabbed a Palestinian kid to death? Like a young
that was in Chicago.
Kid. Yeah.
Fucking Chicago.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, that was
Stabbed the kid 18 times.
Yeah, it was, and stabbed the mother too, simply because they were they Arab or were they specifically Palestinian? I can't remember, but I think they were actually Palestinian.
It was a middle-aged white woman.
Probably. Well, I mean, we're gonna stab anybody. Middle-aged white women cause a lot of problems. So.
No.
Yeah.
The one doing the stabbing.
I wouldn't be offended.
Doing the stabbing.
Well, middle-aged white women also are pretty stabby.
Fucking that.
Jared Leto climbed to the.
Who's in the background over there?
And Tim's muted.
Tim's boomering over there. Just boomering it up.
Hey, Boomer, we can't fucking hear you. Turn on your hearing aid.
Shut the fuck up.
Look at him. Just looking at that pun.
Wasn't it like an AI created deal where they created a Twitter space and it was like Satan, Dick Cheney, Elon Musk, and hosting this Twitter Spaces or something, and Dick Cheney just kept coughing into the microphone.
I can totally see that shit.
I think it was AI generated though, but it was really funny. I don't remember. And maybe somebody just made it. I don't know, but it was. I laughed really hard. So Joe Manchin also is retiring and flirting with a presidential run under the. They call it the Common Sense Party or something like that, or the Unity ticket, or.
I thought they were talking about it, but I didn't know if they were.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
he's still thinking about it.
I read a headline, so I didn't read the actual article, but the headline said he was for sure open to a presidential run.
Do we need that?
Well, I mean, I kind of want to see it because it's going to fail spectacularly. But
do we need any of this?
if people are not excited for Biden, who's like a stalwart of the Democrat Party, like the Democrats for the most part like the guy. Democrats hate Joe Manchin. Like what? Who's he think he's gonna get? Like he's probably going to get voted out in West Virginia, so he probably not even going to carry his home state. Who the fuck's he going to win? Like who's just like, yeah, give me Joe Manchin for president.
Pride of West Virginia.
West Virginia. Coal mine, baby. Gonna make a lot of money off them coal mines. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm sure he'll have a real robust ground game.
I'm sure he's hoping it'll look cool like Frank.
What
are you doing,
fuck is going
Tim?
on?
Is that you, Tim?
Put it on the screen.
No.
He's looking up fucking White House press secretary parody porn. You sick fuck.
If you're gonna look up something gross, at least share it with us.
I'm trying to find it. I should have. Yeah, no, I blew it.
Are you drinking wine, Tim?
Wine coolers.
You fucking press.
He's a fancy boy.
I live in Cherry Creek.
Fancy boy. What else? It's all just been like just Israel-Gaza for the past month. Are you guys gonna go see Napoleon over?
I want to see it.
I want to.
I do too. I'm waiting until I'm done with this no booze challenge, and then I'm gonna go to the movie theater where you can buy beer, and I'm gonna watch it in the IMAX. The guy.
How long is this challenge?
It's the 75 hard challenge, so 75 days. I'm almost done.
Damn.
End of the month, I'm done. But I'm
so
down.
Not really almost done.
Oh yeah, I'm almost done. I think I'm on day 61, so 2 weeks about. All I got left. I'm down 10 pounds, so 12 pounds, something like that.
If we go to Napoleon,
are you pissing?
I am. Just finished. If we go to Napoleon when he loses at Waterloo, we should just start chanting USA.
We caused that. They spent entirely too much money on the American Revolution.
That's right.
God
we did
bless.
that.
God bless. You're welcome, France.
Fuck them.
That's got to be a good movie, though. It's Ridley Scott and Joaquin Phoenix. You know it's going to be pretty good. So
yeah, it's supposed to be super long though.
Joaquin Phoenix looks like a guy I would never ever want to meet in person, but I will watch just about whatever movie he's in. He's such a good actor, but he seems
Short
like
trigger.
just an insufferable douche.
Very unstable.
Yeah. And he's like a militant vegan too, so that I'm incompatible with that.
You don't say that.
I'm not. I can get along with just about anybody, but those militant vegan types, I'll stay away. Stay away.
Tim, quit coming on the camera, okay?
What are you talking about?
You keep on blocking your cam.
My camera not working? I'm waving at.
I don't think he knows that he turned off the camera.
Jello donut. There he is.
Oh, this
Wayne's
sounds like
World. Are you guys not watching the same movies we have since high school? What's going on?
I didn't hear what you said, so I was reading about the scannable Spotify tattoo that sounded like a good idea at the time. Do you guys want to? Do you want to indulge this?
Let's indulge.
Mary Haley has the perfect party trick. A barcode-like tattoo of nearly 24 fine lines that, when scanned with the Spotify music app, prompts the phone to play Mambo Number 5 by Lou Bega.
Oh, no.
Haley, who is 33 and runs a marketing agency in Skowhegan, Maine, got the Spotify tattoo in early 2022. When she moonlights as a waitress at a local snowmobiler bar, guests will sometimes ask her what song it plays. She often tells them you have to scan it. If they do, they're rewarded with lyrics that include the line, "A little bit of Mary all night long." Oh, so she's a whore too. All right. I like it. Just how long the tattoo will perform as advertised is a painful subject. A growing cadre of music fans have joined the Spotify tattoo craze as a conversation starter or way to commemorate sentimental favorites like wedding first dance songs.
How fucking boring are you that you got to get a fucking tattoo of a song just to start up a conversation?
Well, I'm not going to tell you about my new tattoo, so fuck off.
Is it just Beethoven tattooed on your dick, Matt?
It's just an outline of a penis.
A dick on a dick.
But there we go. It's a dick on a dick on a dick.
Yes.
It's Richard Nixon showing his dick that has a tattoo of a dick on it.
On his dick. Yeah.
Boom.
Dicks all around.
If somebody wants to draw that up as a poster, I will put it right back there. I will hang that up here in the studio.
just some anime of Matt holding his dick with all that on. I would frame that. I would put that up.
I could make it like a full size photo of that tattooed on that picture that I just described, tattooed on my dick, and it'll be like a life size cutout.
So is the title of the show "Dicks So Plenty"?
Dicks on dicks on dicks.
Dicks on dicks on dicks.
While many on social media tout the tats and how well they scan, some are starting to discover that nothing in life is permanent, even tattoos. Over time, ink fades. As skin ages, it may warp the lines. Haley said her tattoo artist tried to ward off the ravages of time by making the lines thinner than normal. Eventually, they will get fuzzy like regular tattoos, said Haley, who has 8 other tattoos. Dex Hein, an auto mechanic from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, got his own Spotify tattoo in 2020 after the pandemic had brought QR codes into fashion. His below-the-knee tattoo played Pony by Genuine. Okay.
My saddle, baby.
It's so corny and so cheesy, 37-year-old Hines said. It doesn't matter in the world where you are if that song starts and everybody lights up and thinks it's funny. But before long, Hines' barcode stopped working. The tattoo became harder to scan in different light and eventually became too frustrating to attempt in a group setting. The code is now covered with a large dragon, joining other 2 tattoos, including a large image of Disney's Haunted Mansion.
I think I want a QR code of a picture just of a dick pic.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Is dicksondicks.com taken?
I don't know, Tim.
I'm not going to do it on my work computer.
Spotify spokesperson said in the email, "We love seeing listeners wear the audio they love on their sleeves and helping them rep their fandom. Since 2017, we've seen Spotify codes used on everything from bumper stickers to sneakers to yes tattoos."
Cool.
Mary Haley, is she
cool? How did this come up in your feed?
Huh?
How did this come up in your feed?
It was on Drudge.
Oh.
Dicksondicks.com.
Right next to Dicks on Dicks on Dicks.
Veronica Reed, a 24-year-old graphic designer from Omaha, Nebraska, got one of the tattoos on her right wrist in 2020. She received the code for AC/DC's Thunderstruck, joining some 30 other tattoos. "The reason I got Thunderstruck was so I always have a drinking game on here," referring to a game that involves alternating chugging a drink whenever the lyrics say thunder. But her tattoo is never scanned. She believes it's because she doesn't have the Spotify logo next to it. Huh.
Might want to test it out before.
Details.
Yeah. Well, she's from Nebraska. You know, she probably went to the University of Nebraska. In for knowledge, folks. In for knowledge. They are the most stressful tattoos I've ever done, said Natalie Wilkinson, a 34-year-old artist who runs the Black Parade Tattoo Studio in Rotterdam, UK. He advises patrons to find places on the body that are flat, such as the knee area or inner ankle. He avoids hands since the ink on the is prone to fade, as well as the ribs and stomach. Prints out the tats to make sure the barcode works before actually tattooing them on customers at a price of around $60. And if by chance it didn't scan after it was tattooed, it's free.
Sorry about your shitty tattoo.
Yeah. She has a Spotify code herself. One below the knee that plays SpongeBob SquarePants theme song, while another plays Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Huh.
Aaron should get that on his dick.
Yeah.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. That's what
what song would you get? What Spotify code would you get tattooed and where?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. I'll get that one right on my ass.
You're just Rick rolling everybody.
Rick rolling on your ass cheeks.
That's a solid pick, Rob. I don't hate that at all.
I'm getting a tattoo on the dick, and it's gonna be Flogging Molly's "Kiss Me, I'm Shit Faced."
Nice. I want to get something serious and meaningful, and then get it as a teardrop tattoo.
Anything from the Tupac album?
No. I mean, like maybe a hymn, maybe a good hymn, but do it as a teardrop tattoo, like "Nothing But the Blood of Jesus" or something like that. You know, like an old time hymn.
Christ.
Yeah, but it's like a gangster teardrop tattoo.
Yeah, you're super hardcore.
The cartel dude scans it. Oh, precious is the blow.
Tim's gonna get on his butt "What in the Butt" by Butters.
What? It's a tramp stamp.
Right.
I mean, if you're looking for a flat, I mean, that's probably a decent enough spot for a Spotify code, I guess.
It's that Hank Hill booty.
I always loved the tramp stamp tattoos. The target, just always
bullseye.
As well be bullseye.
I hear from the younger crowd that the new tramp stamp is like the between the boob, the cleavage tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Like the underboob.
So bad.
I'm a fan of them.
Pearl necklace target.
Not against it. Not against it.
I'm not. My wife will never get it, so I'm forced to look at these cool tattoos on Instagram. Forced, I tell you.
Matt looks up a lot.
I like your logic. I like it.
Matt looks up a lot of tatted lesbians in the search history.
You don't have to look very hard. If you hit the search button on Instagram, everything is just nothing but like fitness chicks. Like
just a lot of tits.
I've never once searched for a fitness chick, but they're there every time. And I'm not complaining, but yeah,
it's the algorithm.
I'm like I said, I'm not complaining, but I don't go out of my way to find them. They're just there. Tim, what was your Spotify tattoo?
Oh, I haven't come up with one yet. I need to think about it.
What in the butt? Near his butt.
Yeah, that actually might be the way to go.
Right at the Valkyries if you do it on your taint.
Matt, you should get the King of the Hill theme song right in between your titties, so every time it plays, you just start shaking it.
I'll get an underboob tattoo of the by the Refreshments. By the way, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Professor.
I don't know why I know that. But
every time I'd see it on like in the
in
the show, I'd be like, oh shit, that is the refreshments.
I don't know what else they play, but they made a great little adult cartoon jingle.
We need the Jackass theme song, but I don't know where to put it.
Apparently, Steve-O is releasing a comedy special on his website, and it's gnarly. I guess he does some he gets a vasectomy on.
Oh God! Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds gnarly. We might have to do a watch along. I guess
that dude's doing it sober.
Yeah, like stone sober.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
classy.
Bam. I mean, it's better than Bam threatening to smoke crack until he either dies or gets to see his kid.
You know what? Once you search for the latest Bam Margera news, there, bud.
Okay,
that might be interesting.
We'll see. Instead of Florida Man, we'll just Bam Margera.
His rap is still amazing.
It was something else.
Songbird of a generation.
By those that know him, those that heard him. 3 days ago.
Uh-oh.
We'll see if it's anything good. Oof, he doesn't look swell. Bam Margera spotted at Sheetz in Cumberland County. That's it. That's the
news.
Headline. That's the headline.
Looks more and more like Phil every day.
Spotted in San Antonio. Trial date
set.
In alleged assault.
Alleged.
That's.
Why is he holding that dude's hand?
Margera is accused of assaulting his older brother in their family's Chester home back in April. In that incident, investigators said that Margera was punching and kicking his brother's locked bedroom door early one morning. As his brother exited the room, police say he found a handwritten note reading, "If you ever fucking think of calling the police on me, I will officially fuck you up." Signed Ben. I will officially fuck you up. I like that.
Official.
Poetry.
Margera's brother then found him in the kitchen, and police say Margera began screaming at him and became aggressive, and then punched him in the head and grabbed his arm. Margera then said, "I'll kill you. I'll put a bullet in your head." It said Margera threatened to kill everyone in the house and is now facing charges of assault and terroristic threats.
Nice.
He has been wearing an ankle monitor since July following a separate altercation outside a Radnor hotel. I think we read about this one, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll follow up on this in just in case.
Now at 5, former reality TV personality Bam Margera was arrested today.
Was that
This is
reality
his second
TV?
arrest in a matter of months. Margera was.
What's that?
Was Jackass reality TV?
No. It was more like
I don't know what to put that as.
Sketch comedy.
Sketch comedy is about the closest I could put it. I guess like Viva La Bam was kind of reality TV though. But it was also kind of sketch comedy. I don't know. Well, we'll see what they have to say here.
Taken into custody in Delaware County after a confrontation at the Radnor Hotel. It's
nice
Wednesday
hotel.
night. The big story on Action News is the star's latest incident with authorities.
It comes just months after he was taken into custody for a separate incident.
He takes himself very seriously.
That guy is
at his
serious
Chester
news,
County
man.
home.
Way too
Action
much.
reporter John Paul live in Radnor with the details tonight.
What is with his face? Wow. That is an unfortunate face.
Yeah, Rick, sure. He was arrested in this
So is the
parking lot
voice.
right behind me after a confrontation.
He's kind of got a Jordan Peterson sound to him.
John
The
Paul.
hotel.
Police say that he was intoxicated at the time. Now, that's significant because he was ordered by a judge not to drink as part of pretrial release.
School. That was the snitch in school. We didn't get homework today.
That's the face he made right before he got punched. Like,
don't. Just sits there.
On a different case out of Chester County.
I'm unarmed.
Just weeks after Brandon Bam Margera walked out of this Chester County courtroom fighting assault charges, he's in
holding
legal
that
trouble
man's
again.
hand.
This time it could imperil his $50,000 bail.
Radnor police officers were dispatched to the Radnor Hotel parking lot for a dispute between a male and a female. Upon arrival, contact
The guy looks like he's gonna invade Poland here tomorrow.
He melted my hat.
He's a lieutenant. They make you wear that as a lieutenant. God damn! What do they make the newbies wear? Jesus.
Mr. Margera,
Loincloths.
Who was intoxicated and disorderly at the time.
Margera was arrested around 3 this morning and taken to Radnor Police, where he was later released to a friend. But he was cited for public drunkenness and disorderly conduct. Those charges could change everything for the former reality star and skateboarder. Back on July 27th, he was freed on $50,000 bail and ordered to stand trial on charges that he assaulted his brother, Jess Margera, at his compound in Chester County in April. Part of the conditions for release included not drinking and random drug and alcohol screenings. It's unclear how this charge will affect his release, but he is slated for a formal arraignment in Westchester on the original charges tomorrow. The incident in this parking lot will inevitably come up. I did ask Radnor Police for more information about that, but they tell me it was relatively minor.
No one was injured or attacked. Our officers got there. He just actually kind of friendly with them and cooperative and came with us when he had to.
Gave himself a vasectomy.
He was
Bam Margera. He's out of control.
Released after he sobered up. Now, I did reach out to Bam Margera's attorney today. I have not yet heard back, but of course he does have that pretrial hearing tomorrow morning, and we will be following it. Live in Radnor, John Paul, Channel 6, Action News.
Action
News.
Jeez, a hell of a thing.
Action News. Yeah, so I guess compared to that, Steve-O's doing fine, really. He's not getting arrested. He's like getting a vasectomy and filming it all and whatnot.
Just splitting my balls on TV.
But who's he hurting? He's not hurting anybody. He's doing
Except
just
Steve-O.
fine. Right. And
That
honestly,
guy's got
care
kicked
about
in the
that.
balls so many times he doesn't need a vasectomy.
Yeah, what's the fucking point?
Yeah,
dude, I've never
They
had
don't
anything
work anymore.
make me laugh so violently than just any of the Jackass in general. Like that's like a primal type of laugh you get from that shit. Like it is like makes your guts
We
hurt.
should watch some of them.
I know. I haven't watched the latest one. I heard it kind of sucked, but
It's all the new people.
Yeah,
they're not as comedically. They don't have good comedic timing, we'll say, or they don't even talk at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably watch it anyways. But yeah, the first Jackass movie, or just the first season of Jackass, was so goddamn funny. We used to watch that shit on loop. It was honestly a genius idea for our generation. I don't know why, like our generation in particular, that shit just took off like wildfire.
We like to see people get hurt.
Back when you were allowed to try to make people laugh, now it's all too offensive. All too offensive. But all right, I gotta take a leak. You guys want to come back for a short one, or you want to wrap it up?
I'm cast.
I gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, good enough. Always a fun one. We didn't cover anything of importance, but I had fun.
Jews.
We did. Intro. Hey, and Rob still has not been he has not been killed by Hamas, so we're calling it
winning.
I'm still here.
Calling it a win.
Is that a win?
It's a win for somebody.
It's a win for you.
For somebody. On
Emily
that note,
just
move
still
your
has
ass.
to suffer.
We're burning daylight.
Good guy.
guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians, sinners and saints.